Hello, I'm Benjamin Lipo, and this is the history of me. Okay, so here's the timeline I'm going to be using by going through a slideshow. And so I'm going to start in 2008 when I was born, and then go to 2011 when I started preschool. And then I'm going to go to 2012 when I started to play t-ball, baseball. And then I'm going to go to 2016 when my brother and sister were born, before finally going to 2019 when I started going to Emory in middle school, and also when COVID-19 started. Alright, so here is me before I was born. My mom said this was about a week or two or so before I came into the world. So I kind of feel like this is a cool little pre-informational to go into my slideshow. Alright, and so here's me when I was born. I was born, so you can see that on the left, I was born in Houston, Texas, and zoomed in a little bit more is the Houston Methodist Hospital, which is the hospital I was born at. And then on the right, you can kind of see some pictures of me when I was just a couple months old. And so I found the things I got. So you get things when you're born. And so here's a little frog that I was gifted. It says my name on it. And I used to sleep with this in my bed. And then here's a blanket that I received. I think it's upside down, but has my name on it, my birthday, along with a little bear. And it's kind of just a little blanket I got for being born. And then moving on to 2011 when I started preschool. That's me on the right in my first ever classroom on my first ever day of school. I was told I was very nervous, but I warmed up to it, and I met a lot of my lifelong friends there. And then on the left is where I went to school, so I went to Beth Shuren. I went there for preschool and elementary school, and a lot of the kids from Beth Shuren now go to Emory, so I'm still really good friends with a lot of people that I met when I was 3, which I think it's pretty cool. And so yeah, that was a real foundation of learning as well as friendships for me. And then another foundation for friendships was when I started to play baseball. And so this was t-ball at the YMCA in 2012 is when I started. On the right, you can see me when I was 4, working on my t-ball skills in the backyard of my house. And so baseball has really been kind of like a lifelong so far love for me, and I really met a lot of the friends that I have now from baseball, whether that was from Little League or the team I play for now. A lot of my friends just all root back to baseball, and a lot of the lifelong like lessons I've learned and the way I've like grown up are from lessons that I learned in Little League and my tournament team now, and they've taught me a lot about life as well as baseball. And then moving on to 2016, my brother and sister were born, so they're twins. And then on the right, you can see me holding my brother in the hospital when they first came into this world. And then on the left, you can see when they got a little bit older, and there's them at our house when they were probably about a little under 1 year old. So I was 8. I really had to like step up and be like a role model even at that young age. And I'd always been an only child, so I didn't know what it was like to have 2 other people in the house. But I've learned to love them, and yeah. And then I started going to Emory in 2019. And so this is my first transition to another school since I'd been going to Beth Shuren all of my life. And so this was really new to me, and I was a little nervous going into it, but I warmed up to the environment real quick. And all my friends I have now are mainly from Emory. And yeah, it's just really important to note. This is my first change, going to schools. This is a really big moment for me. I still go here now, obviously. And then moving to 2019, this is when COVID-19 started. And so this is when everybody got like really safe about like the way they lived their life. And we all had to wear masks and kind of go around our lives a lot more cautiously. And that had been the first time that I'd ever done that in my life. My parents, a lot of the first times for everyone, being really that cautious about this unknown disease. And so that opens up kind of like a window of what's life going to be like in the future. Are we still going to try to be this cautious about illness and safety? Because we don't really know. We haven't been without COVID. It's still going on now. And even in 2022, a lot of people are still wearing masks. We're still being cautious about our safety, washing our hands, all that good stuff. But I really think that this disease is going to affect not only our lives from however long we live. I feel like we're going to live our lives a lot more cautiously. And our kids, I feel like they're going to live their lives a lot more cautiously. So it's really going to affect humans as a people. And yeah, thank you. That's it.